Michael was extremely competitive in everything he did. In Michael's second year, the Bulls were not any good, and we were the Boston Celtics, and we were on our way as one of the greatest teams ever to play basketball at any level, at any time. In game one, we kill them. Larry, Kevin, Chief, Danny, DJ, they have great games. And at the end of the game,
downtown, looming over historic Faneuil Hall. We're here in Boston for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Playoffs. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello. Mike, Boston holds a 1-0 lead in this series.
And the Celtics showed how dominant they were in Game 1. This is a team that only lost one time at home all season. The Bulls were up against the odds in this one.
And for Chicago, they'll be hoping for another big night from Michael Jordan.
Well, Kevin, in Game 1, he did all the heavy lifting for the Bulls on offense. The Celtics had no answer for him as he went for 49 points. We'll see if they keep looking his way as they try to even up this series.
And the Bulls will start with Charles Oakley and Dave Corzine at the 4 and 5. And the point will be Kyle Macy. And on the wings, it's the fearsome duo of Michael Jordan and the Iceman, George Gervin. And the Celtics' vaunted front court, Bird and McHale at the forward, with Robert Parrish in the middle. The backcourt pairing for them, Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge.
Assisted.
And the Bulls are in dire need to even this series. Losing by 17 points in Game 1, they need to make a statement tonight.
Now, here is Bird. McHale left side, and stolen by Jordan. By himself, and slam dunk by Jordan.
Tell you what, Jordan's such a strong defender. Outstanding at reading the opposition and pouncing on those steals.
And Clark, the Bulls can't fall down 0-2 in a 5-game series.
Hey, Kevin, it's hard enough to beat this Celtics team in any series, but to take 3 straight games from them, virtually impossible.
I think you're right. And Jordan with 49 points the last game. Clark, any chance you think he'll match that?
I'm never comfortable betting against Michael Jordan, Kevin. This guy is so good and so amazing. He's got the skill and the will to do it. I think a lot depends on what kind of defense the Celtics play on.
That's going to be the thing to watch. And he gets the bucket.
Savvy offensive player. Johnson realizes when he should take quick shots.
And now for some info on this matchup, let's go across the court to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kyle Macy.
Thanks, guys. Now, there are unique differences between these teams, of course. Boston has a huge size advantage, but they like to get on and run. Chicago is a quicker team, but they like to slow it down and set things up. Another unique aspect to the matchup, the Celtics may be bigger, but during the regular season, it was the Bulls who had the offensive rebounding edge. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Certainly Bulls rookie Charles Oakley, Mike, has something to do with their stellar work on the rebounding.
A strong finish for the 9th pick in the draft. Oakley came from Virginia Union. Now a year later, he's playing in Boston in the NBA playoffs.
He's got presence, though, doesn't he, Mike, on the floor?
And he can back it up with that body.
And Clark, here's something that no team has been able to do. Slow down the Celtics front court.
Well, there's just so much talent, actually too much talent at every position to be able to plug all the holes. They hurt you at both ends of the floor, too. Bird, McHale, Parrish, all elite players.
I think someday all 3 will be in the Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Paxson, he's checked in for the Bulls. And the big question and Mike problem for the Celtics. How do they slow down Michael Jordan?
Well, they sent a few options his way in Game 1. They know they need to be better and will still vary their looks.
Stepping away from the basket. Parrish showing you he's got a little range, too.
Still hot from his last game, Michael Jordan's momentum carrying over into this one.
Boy, how about the confidence? I love watching him be that assertive down low.
And pin the blame on the defense there. You can't just give him an open layup.
And the foul on George Gervin. That is his first foul of the game. Boston making some changes. Walton's checked in for Parrish. And it's Easting in for Dennis Johnson. Then for the Bulls, Green comes in for Dave Corzine. And Banks is subbed in for Gervin.
Well, you got to love the raw tenacity Danny Ainge brings to this game. I mean, this guy works so hard to make an impact, and just refuses to let other players push him around. He's a great competitor.
And you look at this Chicago team, and they aren't your typical 8 seed.
You know, Mike, they didn't have Jordan for much of the season, and that certainly skews their record, but they are a fearless, confident, aggressive group that can hang with anybody when they're on their game.
Celtics making a switch here. Redmond's checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Walton throws it down.
That is one of the many things you get from Walton. He's a relentless rebounder.
A shot by Jordan, no good.
Not a bad look, just didn't fall.
Passes it to Seasting. Walton with the ball. Redmond the pass to McHale. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Celtics have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
One of the more unique big men in this game. McHale is an impact player at both ends of the floor. And the Bulls unable to stay with the Celtics in game 1. It was within reach until the fourth quarter, but fell 123 to 104.
And you know, it really came down to the experience of the Celtics. That was a huge advantage for them. This is a group of championship players, and they had one of the best regular seasons ever as well.
So it's the Celtics now, after the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Banks. Green, and Green is right there.
That's why you never give up on a play. He worked to get in position and came away with the second chance points.
Seasting passes to Bird. Here's Wedman. Pass to Seasting. And here's Bird from downtown. Buries the long-range jumper.
You know, it's interesting the way Bird shoots the basketball. Angles his body instead of squaring up most times, but the results are remarkable and unquestionably good. Right from the jump, these teams have been on fire offensively.
It certainly made this an exciting early game. Baskets just keep falling.
Seasting passes to Bird. Over Jordan. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Just 3 on the clock. And Jordan throws it down.
Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan. Threw his defender off and got the space he needed to fire.
In his first quarter of play, we've seen plenty of offense so far. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter in this round 1 matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. We've got Parrish. Bird out there with Kevin McHale. Then there's Ainge. And it's Johnson in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
And the plan for the Bulls this series is to try and slow things down. The Celtics want to get into an up-and-down game. Makes sense with all the weapons they have.
Now, here is Ainge. Back to Bird. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's McHale. He's good with the little jumper in close. McHale's got 8 points.
Retaking the lead. What a show this one has been.
So competitive. Love unpredictable games like this.
And the slower the game gets, Clark, the more beneficial that is for the Bulls.
And, you know, that's not easy with all the great passes the Celtics have. The Bulls need to make sure they get back in transition because the Celtics are looking to push it every chance they get.
Pushing that pace, you're right.
For the Bulls, Michael Jordan at the line.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Ainge dishes to McHale, and it's slammed in by McHale. You look at the numbers for Larry Bird this season, Mike, 25, 10, and 7. I mean, numbers that he's put up for several seasons in a row now.
Bird has defined what the small forward position is all about. And that's 6'10", by the way. He impacts the floor in every metric. I'm ready to call him the best small forward ever. Wow, it would take a special talent to knock him off that pedestal.
And coming from you, that's high praise. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Boston Celtics. Kept alive. And slam dunk by McHale.
A determined rebounder. McHale just outworks the opposition to come away with the second chance points.
And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls. Macy's checked in for Baxter.
Kyle Macy.
Bulls trail by 4. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And now let's head over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Both teams have made veteran acquisitions to bolster their rotations. For the Bulls, it's the Iceman, George Gervin. He'll be 34 a week from today. It's his 14th season after playing in San Antonio most of his career. The 7th all-time leading scorer with more than 26,000 points. His all-time playoff scoring average is right behind Jerry West. That's a pretty good scoring punch. Back to you.
Well said. It is indeed. Thanks, D.A. George Gervin shot 47% this season, Clark, the lowest of his career. But that's because he had fewer opportunities. But you and I know he can still fill it up.
There is no denying that, Kevin. He's been a tremendous scorer throughout his career, one of the very best. And we know George Gervin can finger roll.
Yes, well said.
You know, we all know about the Boston home court advantage. They won 40 games here during the regular season, a dominating home court advantage for the Celtics this year.
Boston, no good that time either. So it's Chicago now. And Mike looking at the two stars for the teams. Michael Jordan right now with the edge over Larry Bird.
Michael Jordan.
And Jordan is a much more pure scorer than Bird. Still, you expect Bird to crank it up later if this team needs his scoring punch.
And they're going to. And Mike, the Celtics, as you said, so dominant at home.
And that home record has everyone in the East nervous about playing them. The Celtics can make the most out of a home court advantage. Hard to see anybody taking many games here.
Seasting, he's checked in for the Celtics.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's Johnson.
2 minutes.
He takes it in. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
Mike, the Celtics still looking for an answer to Michael Jordan.
And you might see more double teams and triple teams at the rate he's scoring. He's on his way to another monster game scoring tonight. The best defensive guard in the league. Dennis Johnson makes his opponents work for anything they get.
Here's Jordan. Nice D from McHale.
He did everything in his power to make that a difficult shot.
Yeah, great contestant. You know, this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Here's Jordan. And the rejection by Bird. To the middle. Knocks it loose. Johnson. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Jordan. And as we expected, Mike Fratello, this Celtics front court has been a problem for Chicago.
Michael Jordan.
And this is something the Bulls won't ever have an answer to. I mean, the whole Eastern Conference didn't have an answer for Bird, McHale, and Parrish.
3 future Hall of Famers in some people's eyes. Count that bucket. Parrish has got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Playing to their strengths, Boston doing a nice job feeding the Chief inside and utilizing his size.
Chicago calls timeout. You gotta like what Kevin McHale has done in this game.
Just really a one-man wrecking crew down low.
Substitution
He's pretty much
on the court.
dictated the pace with the steady offense inside. And the timeout right now, probably going to be making some adjustments.
Redmond's checked in for Dennis Johnson. The Bulls also changing it up. Oakley, he's checked in for Green. And Banks is subbed in for Gervin. Bird against Banks. Bird, the pass to McHale. Over Macy. And McHale, the basket on the assist by Bird. Bird's got 4 assists now tonight.
And during the season, Boston took 5 of the 6 meetings. But Boston was beating just about everyone at that rate.
Here's Oakley, and Charles Oakley out there with the slam.
He is absolutely a wrecking ball on the offensive board. Charles Oakley crashing with a lot of force.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Macy, that's good.
Assisted by.
Let's credit their
Michael
discipline.
Jordan.
They've been working for high percentage shots.
Celtics trail by 4. 20 seconds left here in the second. For Boston, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. And he makes the first.
Feasting so heady as a point guard. Very comfortable facilitating this offense.
Both shots good from the stripe.
He can do so much damage from the line. The defense has to be more careful around him.
Here's Jordan. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Here's Seasting. Shakes him. Rebound by the Bulls. Oakley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. 2 on the clock. And the dunk by Jordan.
Efficiency personified there. Jordan scoring at will, taking over the game whenever he chooses.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. It's called the City of Champions. The 3rd quarter set to get underway here at the Garden. We're here in Boston for Game 2 of the Bulls and Celtics. Second half of play getting going here in Boston. And now let's go to DA.
First personal foul.
Thanks very much. Now we know about Larry Bird's determination at certain points, but Michael Jordan has some of those same qualities. He missed 64 games this season with a broken left foot. And Chicago management didn't want him to play anymore, but he put that foot down, citing his love of the game clause that's in his contract.
At the line for the
Allows him
Bulls.
to play whenever he wants, and he said, I'm going to play basketball. That's what I am, a basketball player. And he's back on the floor. Guys?
David, thank you. It's a great story. Michael loves to play the game, Mike Fratello.
And he rarely seems to get tired. Some people have speculated that because he missed a great deal of the season, he doesn't have the normal fatigue at this time of year. You look at the firepower of this Boston team. 3 All-Stars in Bird, McHale, and Parrish. And this core has been together for their latest title runs.
Second half underway, and here's who Alexi Morris has got on the floor. Oakley is out there with Corzine. Then it's Macy. Then there's Gerber. And it's Jordan in at the 2 spot. Jordan with the bucket.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got the lead up to 6 now for Chicago. And the Celtics core club won in 1984 and returned to the finals again last season.
And I think for this Celtics team, anything short of a title, Kevin, is a bust. I mean, they know they're the team to beat, and they carry themselves that way. One of the most talented teams we've probably ever seen in the league.
I agree. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Ainge, no good.
He had space to operate inside, but just couldn't get it to fall. Looking at the way Jordan finished the regular season, you had to know that he was on the verge of having a stellar playoff run. Scary to think how good he'll be in the coming years.
Mike, his work ethic I know impresses you so much. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Parrish.
Tell you what, with his size and soft touch, Parrish is a very reliable option on the inside.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great activity level on the boards. Impressive. Wow.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Celtics. Pass to Ainge. 3-pointer, Bird. Chicago grabs the miss. Almost 30 points per game for Michael Jordan. Mike, in the final 5 games of the season, an unbelievable streak.
And the future for Jordan looks bright as ever. Starting to show he's more than just a high flyer. He started to develop the skills to score at all levels of the floor.
You sound like a coach, but I know you appreciate that game so much. Green is checked in for the Bulls. Paxson comes in for Macy. The pass to Bird. Releases. Nice jump shot. Good. Bird's got his 2nd bucket of the night. And the dominance of the Celtics, Mike, have shown again this season. It feels like it's their year.
They know it's championship or bust for them. They figure they'll be tested on the way and could also have to deal with their old pals, the Lakers. But all season long, they have been the front runner, and that won't change until they're knocked out.
They've got the target on their back for sure.
Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
Poked away. Jordan with the steal. And it's Green with the jam.
Tell you what, the Bulls have really done a terrific job not giving the Celtics crowd a reason to get into it at all.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Bird passes to Ainge. Johnson outside. Back to Ainge. 6 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Bird. Green with the rebound.
And when you look at that stacked 84 draft class, obviously there's Jordan. Some incredible talents in just their second season.
Looking to stretch this lead out even further, going right after his shot.
And the defense continues to not be up to the challenge.
Johnson down low, guarded by Paxson. Johnson, good. Like a lot of impact players coming in that 1984 draft class in the NBA.
And the talent is at all positions. Great guards, forwards, and of course, Hakeem as a center. Could go down as one of the best draft classes in a long, long time.
You are so right. And Jordan continues to be the dominant scoring force on the floor. Mike Bird can't even keep up with them.
That's no knock on Bird. That's just how special Jordan is. He is putting on an absolute show in this game.
And I bet Bird is impressed too. Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Walton's checked in for Parrish. Redmond comes in for McHale. And it's Hastings in for Johnson.
Chicago foul. Charles
First trip to the line for him here.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good.
Speaking with Bird's opponents, they'll tell you he talks trash the whole time. And of course, he backs it up with his play. A big guy who can knock him down from the line. There are no easy tricks or hacks for limiting his offensive output.
There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Redmond can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 10. Jordan inside. Ainge covering. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 6 here in this quarter.
What concentration from Jordan. Not allowing the defense to affect this shot, even with contact.
Seasting passes to Bird. Banked in off the glass. 9 points for Larry Bird.
And I like how versatile he is on offense. Capable of burning defenses in so many ways.
A nice shot by Jordan.
Relentless. You make contact with Jordan, it doesn't affect him at all.
And stolen by Oakley. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. It's Chicago up by 12.
The Bulls, 61.
Final quarter of play starting in this Game 2 matchup between Chicago and Boston. Celtics trail by 12.
And with the injury Jordan sustained this year, he has about as fresh of legs as anyone. He showed that in Game 1.
First team foul.
Ainge is out there with Seasting. Then it's Walton. Then there's Kevin McHale. And it's Bird in at the small forward. That's the Boston 5.
And McHale is capable of shouldering this offense, especially when he's red hot like this.
And Jordan with the broken foot earlier this season, Clark. Boy, right now he looks 100%, doesn't he?
You know exactly right, Kevin. He had some games towards the end of the year to get himself acclimated and going again. But as you said, he looks locked in now with no holds barred on his game.
No limits at all.
Exactly.
The Bulls leading by 12. Lays it up off the glass. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And, you know, part of the reason why the Celtics feel comfortable pushing the tempo, the development of Danny Ainge, it gives them another option to initiate the fast break. It's obvious he's looking to continue to attack on offense so this lead can expand.
And if you were hitting like he is in this one, you would be too. His efficiency is
Dennis Johnson's checked in for the Celtics. And Chicago also making a switch. Gervin's checked in. Mike Ainge, a player that makes a difference off the stat sheet, always doing the little things.
He's an X factor for the Celtics. He can spark the team with a few hustle plays, three-pointers. A great fit alongside the rest of the Boston Stars.
Terrific fit. Robert Parrish is checked in for Walton. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Celtics trail by 16.
Bulls foul. Kyle Macy. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Bird. Busted. No good that time either. Bird's gone 3 of 9 shooting. Jordan with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. A nice shot by Jordan.
They can't miss on an absolute tear.
This is a thing of beauty. Perfect offensive basketball.
Back to Ainge. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist.
Larry Legend with the assist.
Bird's got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, you pay so much attention to Bird, that opens things up for others.
Oakley. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Keep doing work inside. Close range looks like that will keep your lead safe. Stay on the attack.
I agree. The defense has to shut the door on those kinds of shots if they want to turn this around.
The offensive rebound. Ainge. Oakley with some nice D. Chicago with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Jordan passes to Macy. Out to Gervin. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. A shake. And Jordan with the nice inside bucket. Jordan's got 18 points just in the second half.
Once Jordan gets inside with the rock, it's practically all over. He's that consistent at close range.
Johnson, the pass to Parrish. The layup missed. And so it's Gervin with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. That's tipped and stolen by Gervin. Moving it up. And it's Gervin finishing it off.
Assisted.
They've gotten out to a big lead because of superior play on both ends.
No better way to do it. It's much easier to win games when you own both sides of the floor.
Johnson outside. Pass to Bird. Basket counts. We've got 1:48 left in the 4th. A deep 3 from Jordan. Here's Corzine. And it goes down 2 points.
You know, 7 feet tall and pretty solidly built. Corzine does a nice job boxing out to create those opportunities for himself.
Johnson outside. Bird outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Parrish. Another shot. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Great job by Parrish getting aggressive against the contact. He earns the and one call.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 16-7 run. Jordan dishes to Green. Wants to get it to Jordan and does. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Yep, he's their leading scorer in this game and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
And that one's good. Tight. And here's Jordan outside. No good there. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Here's Seasting. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Inside amongst the trees, Seasting relies on his quickness. That's how he beats bigger guys.
Here's Jordan. Jordan had 49 in game 1 and creeping up on that here.
You see why they lean on him night in and night out.
Boston making a switch here. Walton's checked in.
One shot.
Free throw no good for Jordan.
And the athleticism of Jordan is out of this world. Simply just an incredible player who does whatever he wants on offense. You can tell he scanned the whole floor and found the exact right guy to feed.
First personal foul, fourth team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Jerry Seasting. One shot.
Knocked away. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
They're lucky to maintain possession after that dangerous pass. They've got to be more precise with their ball movement going forward.
Michael Jordan has tied his total from game 1. 49 points for him now. Wow. And stolen by Banks. Michael Jordan on the wing. The total for Jordan keeps on climbing. He's now past 49.
And with this last run, they have shut the door on any chance of a comeback.
Shut the door, turned off the lights, and locked it up. Fantastic run for them to end the game.
And he makes good on the layup.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got 53.
When it comes to scoring the ball, he is prolific and proficient.
Jordan with the steal. And it's good off
Michael
the back
Jordan.
of the rim and in.
Smooth like silk. MJ with a nose for the bucket. Knocks down the quick trigger jumper there.
And there's the call on Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
That'll be foul number 5 on him. And due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line.
This is not what they needed. I mean, now the clock is stopped, and their opponent is at the line. That's a double whammy.
I'm sure coach was reminding everyone, don't foul at the start of that possession. Obviously, he didn't get the message.
Here's Holton. And amazingly, the Bulls, Mike, have
That's
come into
the end of the
Boston
game.
and gotten a win. Great performance from them.
We'd like to thank
And with
you
the
for coming
series
out and
tied at
supporting your
1-1,
team.
in the
Please
next
drive home
2 games in
safely, and we hope to
Chicago,
see you again at
the
the
Bulls
next
now
event.
have a real look at pulling off a miracle.
Well, Clark, the Celtic fans have to be feeling a little bit nervous after losing this game at home.
No doubt about it.